Welcome to another great episode of American Rifleman Television. Colt was out of the double-action revolver business for a couple of decades, but now they're making wheel guns again in West Hartford, Connecticut. These include, of course, the Cobra, the King Cobra, the Python, and now the Anaconda. This week in our feature story, we'll show you how they make their double-action revolvers. For our Rifleman Review this week, we test the affordable Kel-Tec P17. This is a .22 that's not made like any other gun today. For I Have This Old Gun, we'll show you an interesting arm used by Gewehrjägers in the Wehrmacht during World War II, and that's the 3340. But right now, let's head for West Hartford and Colt revolvers.
Coming to the company, knowing that we had to repurpose the commercial business, in the back of my mind, the grand idea was to bring back the heritage of revolvers that we had at Colt. And I remember distinctly, I was in a shop in Minnesota, and I passed on a Python back in the mid-90s, and it was kicking myself ever since. But when I came to Colt, part of it was how could we bring back the Colt revolver story? It was really important for us to not only bring something back, but we wanted to bring it back with the aesthetic of the original guns from Colt. But we also wanted to improve on the guns, so we wanted to make them stronger. We wanted to have some of the similar features like clockwise cylinder rotation. We thought it was very important that even on a small frame like the Cobra, that it be a 6-shot cylinder like our heritage.
The P17 is just loaded with a lot of really interesting elements. I mean, it's jam-packed with features, and it's got a really unique construction to it. There's a lot of plastic on this gun, so Kel-Tec actually uses a clamshell style construction, and that forms your frame. And what that allows Kel-Tec to do is they're able to mirror a lot of the elements on this gun. So you've got an ambidextrous paddle style magazine release on both sides. You've got an ambidextrous safety selector on both sides. The only thing that it doesn't have mirrored controls on is your slide stop right here. One of the unique things on this gun, the entire top of the gun reciprocates rearward.
When we talk about one of the more interesting guns of World War II, used by the Axis, the Germans, the 3340 is one of my favorites. It's interesting because it's one of those guns that you can put a line of Mausers out there and go, one of these does not look like the other, and try and select, it's that short guy over there. What's up with him and the large amount of metal on the butt plate? And that's your 3340.